So since it is the early June and the new season has started, we're going to start this season off well with a quite niche weapon deck for Warrior, basically revolving around sometimes the Livewire Lance, but more prominently the Wrenchcalibur, in addition to the Horde Pillager, which basically gives you 4 of them in the game, in addition to more depending on what you can possibly generate from this deck. So now that you've seen a little bit about the deck on the side there, we'll head back out, away from all my messy decks, and we'll see just how well it fares in, I believe I'm in high silver. It reset me to bronze, so we're going to be climbing the ladder once again. Been testing out a little bit, has been more than enough to not only control the board, but then also stall out enough, or just go straight for the kill, depending on where they're at in the game. If they're playing more aggro, like a Demon Hunter would, we're going to be trying to facilitate that board pretty early on. And ooh, Blade Storm might come in handy there, so I'm going to keep that. It's the only one in this deck. There could be some better cards, but we're going to keep it the way it is now, just for simplicity's sake. And unfortunately, we got a horrible start. Most of our cards are low, and that'll actually help us for this next turn right here. He'll probably hero power or summon his... Oh, yeah, he's playing very aggro, it would seem. Not a problem. We'll have to match that with our own taunt. 2-2. Best part about this is we get to even choose our taunts after the fact. We're going to even have more taunts to sort of take out that damage, or at least stall for a little bit, while this stupid little Battle Fiend powered us up with his auto attack. It's not a problem though. We'll put him right there. And now you see how this Corsair cache might be able to play in this deck, especially with the Wrenchcalibur, giving us another, not only damage, but durability to the fact where we can put another 5 damaging mine in their deck. Thankfully he took that, he's attacking that, and now we can easily put one of those down should we feel the need to, but of course he can just hero power through that. But what we are going to do is get that Wrenchcalibur, and I'll essentially make him, I'll summon both for now, just to make him clear that board, make sure he has to use his hero power if he wants to take away my board. And it seems like after the fact, we're going to have a pretty fun time with the Wrenchcalibur. We'll be able to destroy, what's his name here? The Satyr Overseer. Luckily he only has 2 health, and we have 4 damage on this, so it's not like it's going to be anything that's hard to kill. Ooh, and that'll be a nice combo next turn. As you can imagine, the Bloodsail Raider definitely combos well with any type of weapon deck. Pirates do in general, which is also why I have some other pirates sprinkled throughout, generating perhaps more draw or even more weapons in our hand, depending on what we're able to generate. And he'll attack face there, not a problem though. Now here's the deal. Armor is not a problem in this game, so taking HP damage really isn't bad. This is the only heal card I have, per se. And what we're going to do is basically just gain back armor. We're still even at a net positive 2 armor from that engagement. And that's what makes this guy so strong. And hopefully you won't be able to clear him at least this turn, so that way we can at least facilitate another attack. Potentially even getting another armored goon out there so we can get 10 armor per attack. Now that's just when the game starts to level off crazily. Let alone you still have your shield blocks and then whatever else that you're using to generate armor. Like your passive hero power. Or your active hero power. It looks like he will take care of that. And you see actually had to waste that Illidari Fellblade because it wasn't immune due to not being on the outside of his hand. Little does he know though, we're going to pop another one right back out there and rinse and repeat. And this armor generation is so helpful for controlling with Shield Slam. You know, not only does it help make you live longer and stabilize throughout the match in time for your bombs to get pulled, but it'll also be able to, you know, safely clear any big minion. Now, Demon Hunter doesn't necessarily have huge minions, depending on what type of deck they're playing. If they're going for the demon route, they might actually have a strong capacity to summon quite the board. And it seems like this guy is playing more of an aggro style, at least assuming from his first turn and how he played a strong 1-drop. However, I wouldn't be surprised if you just sprinkle in a couple demons in there, such as that one, but that's a very basic demon to include. And here's the fun part. Okay, he's going to let that live. Unfortunately, we don't have a weapon generated, but we can summon Mr. Boom to quickly take care of anything. And what we're going to do, actually, we're just going to ignore the minions on the board. And I will actually clear that just for simplicity's sake, so he can generate more board. And now he's going to be in a real tough pickle, and he hasn't even drawn a bomb yet. So mind you, there's still 15 damage waiting in his deck to be dealt to him, essentially. It could all be in one turn, it could be not until the last 3 cards. And look at that, the forfeit is already happening less than turn 10. I always consider that a good win. Amazing. Look at that level up. Wow, silver 2. Now that's what we're talking about here. We'll quickly find another one just to sample this deck one more time. See just how well it can fare with perhaps another hero. Demon Hunter didn't have a great start, and we had a decent one, so I'm sure it could go many ways.
Versus Jaina.
And it looks like we're going to have a mage on our hands here. Nothing too bad for a starting hand. I will actually keep that lance, however. Okay, it might be helpful if I can keep the lance until I get my armored goon back out. However, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wanting to... Well, actually, depending on how this mage plays, if they go for a spell deck, I won't really have to worry about clearing much. However, if they are trying to play, say, a secret-oriented deck, I don't want those minions with their passives regarding around secrets to be activated as much. And luckily, with all these 3-drops, normally that would be pretty bad if we went first, but since we went second, we can easily use that coin on turn 2 to start generating whatever we feel is needed. And the thing I love about the Evil Quartermaster is the fact that he's sort of an all-around card. The fact that he not only gives you some board presence, a 2/3 for a 3-drop, not bad, but he also adds a lackey to your hand, so he adds that extra generation factor, potentially discovering another spell or dragon or what have you. And then even gaining 3 armor, which again can be helpful for sustainability. And look at that, we're already technically winning by having 2 more health or armor, I guess, than this person. And we even got an ethereal lackey, which is going to be great for trying to facilitate, who knows, maybe another shield block or a brawl would be very nice, but I doubt it would be too helpful depending on the type of deck he's playing. And there's the secret. Question is... Yes. We'll play some board now. We'll see what we can generate. Okay, not bad. Ooh. 2 copies of a minion in your deck. Because I'm not too worried about the early game, I am going to go for that, the Dimensional Ripper. Not sure if we're going to get some great pulls from our deck. We already have 1 Armored Goon. However, if we were able to pull the other one and have 2 copies of that, that's going to be a great time as long as I have a weapon equipped. And it looks like he's trying to get into the game with his spells there. What we're going to do is, we're not going to do anything crazy because I feel like he's going to be having some good clears soon. But we are still going to keep up that pressure. Luckily, we got a decent drop from that Sky Raider. And potentially, depending on what he plays next turn, I would really like to summon the Cobalt Spellkin, because 1-drops for Warrior happen to be pretty good, and this deck basically enhances those 1-drops by having a use for almost all of them, whether it be gaining armor, discovering a lackey, or even enhancing your weapon by giving it 1/1. Ooh, this would be pretty nice, actually, if we can start doing this. If we can just keep attacking face, whether it be with our Wrenchcalibur or our minions, we're going to be able to pop another Wrenchcalibur in potentially next turn if we want to. This Horde Pillager is so crucial for this deck. Can't stress that enough. Although that's why you really have to be careful on how you plan, because the Livewire Lance can sort of throw a wrench in your Wrenchcalibur deck, if you pardon the pun. And in fact, we're going to put on some pressure Just because we can, we're going to gain that armor back, and we're going to hope for the best here, because depending on his clear, he could have a fireball and hero power that, but assuming he hits with the Twilight Drake, we could easily take him out next turn. Question is, what's he going to do? He's already got 2 bombs in his deck, tentatively 10 HP, but you know, he might not draw those till late game. He might heal up more. He might have a secret to gain 8 armor. Who knows? All we can do is hope that he makes a bad move. And it seems like he's really wondering how to get rid of that armored goon. If you ask me, I wouldn't get rid of it. No, don't get rid of it. Ooh, okay. So he does have a dragon. It makes sense. He has a dragon deck. My question is it a Highlander deck or a unique deck where he's probably focusing Alexstrasza at some point?
Another soul to consume.
Interesting play. And we will see what's up. Ooh, okay. I will easily use this. And I'm not mad about using that shield slam due to the fact we just generated another one, thankfully. Now not only did we clear board, but we essentially repopulated our hand with a very useful spell card. And next turn, I don't know, I might be feeling that Horde Pillager. Perhaps I'll play the Evil Quartermaster first to discover what type of lackey we get in our hand, and based off of that I can play accordingly.
What to do?
Of course, he is 8-drop now. Or he's at 8 mana now, so he can potentially start using some strong spells. And particularly that newer one that freezes whoever you target along with summoning 2 elementals. That one's something to watch out for on this deck, as you might imagine. Interesting. Yeah, Guardian Augmerchant is somewhat of a funny card to have in the deck, but it really does come in handy every now and then. And we are in fact going to be keeping up the pressure just because we can. He's not going to be able to clear that immediately, and depending on what spells he's willing to use, it seems like he has majority of his deck left. So understanding that he has dragons and that he hasn't played any duplicates, we can expect Alexstrasza anytime now until the end of the game, which can be quite worrisome. So we're going to want to keep at least 1 shield slam in our hand, perhaps a brawl once we draw that. And we do have 2 brawls in this deck, which will really help facilitate that clear and removal when he plays those big drops. Question is, what's he going to do? Yeah, indeed.
Time runs out on me. What to do? What to do?
That is the question. So he loses his Defiant Shield. Interesting. I feel like that was a mistake of a turn. This is even better, actually.
This place is scary.
He's probably so mad I got a 3rd one up. 3 1/1s. I could clear that depending on the brawl. I'll keep it simple. It's a low drop card. We're not going to use that shield slam or shield block just yet, because we're going to want to save that in case we need to combo it with shield slam, depending on what he puts down. I think we have more than enough to actually win this game in the next 2 turns, even more quickly should he draw any bombs. I believe he has at least 4 in his deck, maybe 5. The question is, why did he not play anything last turn? That was a little eerie, but also beneficial at the same time. I think he's more so given up hope. Perhaps the guy named Dread is dreading his turn. Oh, I should stop with the puns. Ooh, okay, so he does have some clear. Oh, the bombs! this is also what makes this deck fantastic.
Someone's out on me.
The bombs don't allow people to have Highlander decks, because of the fact you can have more than one bomb in their deck at all times.
That was an error.
You win.
And he forfeits out of rage and pure sadness, essentially. Look at that easy star bonus. Oh, got the win streak. Already silver 1. Man, it's flying by. And with that, I think we have a good enough understanding of just how well Wrenchcalibur can do with the Pillager or Pirate card that regenerates weapons. So, tune in next time for even more weapon enthusiastic play.